decided it was time to go. The lead guys were getting away from him, and he put his nose under him and got into Steve. Cedric lost a couple positions because of that, but you know, we talked about Portengay. It's too bad that happened, but he's a front runner. He came out, he's a Southwest Tour defending champ. He's used to running up front, but when you're a lap down, hey, you've got to give those guys room. They're not going to wait on you to get out of the way.
Well, they feel a little more styrofoam, and Dees is off in the coffee critic, number 83. The Tanos family, who owns that truck, also sponsors it. And so Portengay trying to show well. He was also Rookie of the Year in '92 in the Southwest Tour, as well as being the defending champion. Up in the corner, you'll see Ron Hornaday's footwork as we go back to green here at lap 85. Modulating the pedal there. Looks like just a little tap of the brake occasionally to set the truck. Yeah, he's not using it a little bit. So Hornaday again quick with the restart.
Well, whatever he's doing there, he's doing it well because he's pulling away from the field again. The adjustments they made at halftime looked to be the best fix that anybody gave their trucks. Let's go down to Randy. He's got something to add.
Not a whole lot, Glenn. A couple of pounds of air pressure and a couple of tires and about a half a round of wedge. That's what Doug Reichert told me. So that's about it. The thing's grooving real good right now. They had a little problem with tire wear on the inside of the right front. They think it might be a camber problem, but right now he seems to be okay.
Yeah, you see Corelli starting to sneak into the picture there just a little bit. Once again, things get sorted out. Corelli has open racetrack. He starts closing the gap.
And on a long run, I like the way Corelli's truck has been working.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference. We saw that toward the end. Doug pointed out that, you know, it looks like Hornaday's tires were giving up a little bit there. He started to move up a little on the racetrack at the end of the long green flag run.
Now, you see that graphic. How can you have one leader and one lead change? It's easy. Hornaday has led every lap, but he did not start on the pole, so that counts, if you will, as a lead change, taking the lead away from pole sitter Joe Ruttman. Facts are facts, man.
Just the facts, man.
Ron Hornaday in the Papa John's Pizza Chevrolet, leading the Total Petroleum Chevrolet of Rick Corelli. Hornaday has been to victory lane 4 times: Tucson, Bakersfield, Monroe, and Topeka. Corelli looking for his first win. Mike Bliss on the outside of Sammy Swindell, and Joe Ruttman on the comeback from that early spin, right behind Bliss.
He's battling Mike Bliss for 5th place right now, Mike. That's an amazing comeback. Of course, he's got fresh rubber on the truck right now, and if he can get clear of Bliss, then I think he can run the next group down.
But Bliss is having perhaps his best race of the series so far. But for the third, where he at Bakersfield, this could well be Mike Bliss's best day this year.
Sammy Swindell acting as kind of a pit down there. You see, he's a lap truck. Look at Cedric. I told you he lost a few positions when he got together with Portengay. Now he's stuck behind these trucks that he was clearly ahead of a while ago. That little incident cost him more than anybody.
Back up front, Corelli was right there. He was nestled right up against the bumper, not touching, but right there with Ron Hornaday.
I'll tell you, I think he's got the better truck, and like he said at the break there, he was having trouble making the pass, but once he makes that pass, he's going to pull away.
Tell me, Doug, when a guy's running that close to you here, is it hard not to watch the mirror to see what he's going to do?
I hate that. That's the worst pressure at this racetrack, is when you look in the mirror and it's full of race cars, it just gets on your nerves. It's tough.
Hopefully that's one. Look, there he goes.
Whoa!
Boy, that's a great shot from the in-truck camera right there.
Trouble, turn 3. One truck is hard in the wall. Kerry Teague.
I bet you that he would tell us right now that styrofoam is not so solid.
Teague and the Jim Rosenblum truck trying to come back after a hard crash at Topeka. This is his first race back. And you see the back of that truck is used up.
And I think what happened with him, and it looks to me like he backed directly into the wall.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. The back of the truck went directly into the wall.
97 laps complete. We're well into the second half of racing here at Flemington, New Jersey. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. It'll be the clay flying, not the styrofoam, tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You won't want to miss the World of Outlaws live on TNN. The Amoco Knoxville Nationals comes your way at 10 o'clock tonight. Be sure to tune in for some great sprint car racing action live from TNN Motorsports, of course. Let's go to pit road and Randy.
Well, Rick Corelli's crew chief Joe Garone. What about it? It seemed like when we got close to halftime, you closed in on them. You had them covered. Right now with new tires, not quite there, but the truck's good. Can you take them tonight?
Actually, I think we can if we get a long run. We have the truck set up to where it needs some laps. The more laps we get, the faster we get. So it's going to be interesting to see how the end of the race turns out.
So no complaints from him?
No, he's happy right now. This is a real tough racetrack to pass on, so we got to be careful.
Okay, good luck.
If I had that truck, I'd be happy, and I would agree with that assessment that if Corelli can find a way underneath or around, he could step away.
I think he just needs to roll into the turn, let the truck get a little bit high, and use an old dirt boot, cross underneath, take him going down the back stretch or the front stretch.
The main thing he needs now is long green flag runs. We haven't had that very often. We've already had 8 cautions for 40 laps of the 101 that we've run.
And this time on the restart, Hornaday gets about a car length, and again, Corelli will have to get around Sammy Swindell. Does so, but he's going to bring along Jack Sprague in the number 25, who is the third-place truck.
Boy, Sprague has just kind of sneaked up on everybody. A good, strong run in that Rick Hendrick-owned truck.
That's a new ride for Jack Sprague in the Bud 25. Giving it a ride in the wall. Number 64 goes in hard. Michael Dokken was in 9th place. 10th place, rather. He was on the lead lap. But he has shortened up the already short bed of that Chevrolet and knocked down the left rear tire.
Yeah, he's seriously damaged the payload capacity there.
Tried to stay on the lead lap, and as you see, was unsuccessful. So Dokken will make it around to the pits. Hopefully no great amount of damage. Of course, he'll have not much spoiler on the back of that Chevy. Could have some interesting handling. Well,
you see him already sideways there, Mike. Watch how hard he hits this barrier. He just then hit the brakes, and the wall really did some work on that truck. Styrofoam or not, that was going to do some damage as fast as he was going when he hit that thing.
But I'm really impressed. Not so much with the amount of styrofoam we've used up, but at the amount of damage that it has prevented. Well, let's go down to the pits of the lead truck. That's Ron Hornaday Jr.'s.
Well, we'll talk to his crew chief, Doug Reichert. What do you think? When we got close to halftime, he was having trouble holding off Corelli on fresh tires. It looks like you don't have a problem doing that. What about as this race wears on?
Well, Rick Corelli is.
And that's where Hornaday is right now. Just waved the green once again here, the Stevens Beil Genuine Parts 150. And just like the last restart, Hornaday's number 16 took off. Corelli's number 6 had to work around Sammy Swindell. And now they shuffle out single file, and Corelli closes back in again.
Yeah, Corelli got the best restart that he's had so far this evening, Mike. So a big battle back there. I saw Mike Bliss, his number 2 truck. He's running 5th. And behind him, Joe Ruppin running 6th. Butler, look at all these guys. We got
John Kinder spins at turn 1. No caution, no contact. Gets a gear.
Get going, John.
Come on, John. And gets going. Will stay green. 40 laps to go.
Guys, the old number 3 truck. Whoa, we got more trouble up there.
Between 1 and 2, Butch Miller and the 30 of Dennis Setzer. The Ford and the Dodge get together, and this will be a caution. Not quite sure how that started. First thing I saw was Butch Miller sideways. And there's the damage on the Dodge. Dennis Setzer, that's the Active Trucking on the back. Of course, they run the trucking company here in New Jersey and a Winston Cup team as well.
Setzer was running in 9th place, so it's kind of costly for him. He's been in the top 10 all night in that Dodge truck. Let's take another look at it. That's the ortho truck of Toby Butler going around Bob Strait.
Yeah, Butch just loses it.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, the back end got out from under him. Boy, Butler barely gets by there. Well, watch Setzer. He comes in with nowhere to go. Boom.
Oh, and right into the rear end, the left rear wheel of Butch Miller. Let's check with Randy.
I don't know if we've gotten a good shot of it yet. Up there in turns 1 and 2, maybe just around 1, there is some oil. I've seen a lot of crew chiefs talking about it. So I mean, they're all trying to get to these NASCAR officials to go out and at least check that position out in turn 1 as these cars go under caution into turn.
The nation of NASCAR. For more information, call Monday through Friday, 615-889-6611. Randy?
Well, there's the damage to the Dodge of Dennis Setzer. Dennis, what happened out there?
Well, just an unfortunate thing for the ATS recycling Dodge there. Butch Miller went off in the corner, got a little loose, come up in front of us, not committed to go high. Just one of those things.
Okay, better luck next time.
Thanks.
Another restart. Same story. Hornaday gets away. Corelli has to work around the 38 of Sammy Swindell. And that is not any problem with Swindell. He started on the inside of the front row as the first truck 1 lap down. And it's just a matter of Hornaday setting the pace as the leader, getting a good jump on the restart, and then Corelli having to work his way by as number 25, Jack Sprague, is doing right now.
Mike, in defense of Butch Miller there in that spin, looked like he was all by himself. There was oil on the racetrack. Somebody had dropped a little stream of oil. Looked like Butch got in it and the cleanup crew took care of it before we went back to green.
Well, let's see if we can get a long run here. That's the one thing that Ron Hornaday probably does not want to see, and the one thing Rick Corelli needs.
Absolutely. This is working in Hornaday's favor right now. As Doug Richard told you, the truck still got a little bit of push to it. That push doesn't really show up until after about a 15-20 lap green flag run. They haven't had that in the whole second half. Therefore, he's been able to hold Corelli off. And
Mike Skinner is coming. He got underneath Jack Sprague for third place, gave him a little wake-up tap. Sprague gave him a little room on the bottom, and Skinner went by.
Now Skinner is about, you can see him putting distance already on Sprague, about 4 or 5 truck lengths, but he is almost a full straightaway or a full turn. How do you say it here, Doug? Behind those 2 lead trucks.
I'll tell you, those guys are starting to get away, though.
30 laps to go next time by. Rutland making the move underneath Mike Bliss. They have been battling. Boy, and he may take Sedgwick with him.
He just got Bliss up out of the groove, and once you get out of the groove here, boy, they'll pass you by like you're sitting still. If Bliss stays up there, Sedgwick will get him. There he goes.
Doug, is there a lot of nerfing to pass here from the inside?
Not really. Usually when you nerf, it's trouble for both of you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, these 2 leaders look like they've figured this place out. They're pulling away.
Watching Sedgwick and Mike Bliss there, and Joe Ruttman, number 84, the Mac Tools for it, working around Swindell.
Ruttman has moved back into the top 5, but I think that Sedgwick's got something for him. In fact, we're back up front now. I started to say, though, I think Sedgwick's got something for everybody, but he's got a lot of traffic to go through.
He also had to come from the back. There's a look at your top 5. And for most of the race, it's looked just like this. Rick Corelli edging up on the rear bumper of Ron Hornaday, but unable to make the move inside. Corelli looking for his first win of the series. Though he did win in the spring training races at Tucson, you saw live on TNN to debut the Super Trucks on national TV. Ron Hornaday with 4 victories.
You know, and I think if this game comes down to the guy that's the hungriest, as much as Hornaday likes to win, I think it's Corelli, though. He is so frustrated this year. He's used to winning. He has not won, but that one time in Tucson in this series, not in the regular season, he wants to win really, really badly.
And Sedgwick has passed Joe Ruttman. As we said, Bill Sedgwick has gotten past Ruttman. So that changes 4th place. Here goes Corelli. He's got the room.
Oh, big move. Great move.
Power move. Here comes Hornaday back to the inside. And Corelli shuts him down.
I think Corelli will check out now. I think he'll just absolutely drive away from Hornaday. Let's see how wrong I might be.
Doug, it looks like everybody has moved down the racetrack and everybody's running a lower groove.